here. All right, I made a little PowerPoint for you guys, so I'm going to pull that up and we'll start with that. Uh-oh, spoiler alert. You didn't see that. Okay, here we go. Here's the beginning. I forgot to reset it. So this is the Cisneros writing class. This is year 1, level B of the IEW. And my name is Mrs. Cisneros to the students, or Mrs. C. In my Zoom call, you can see I put Lori Cisneros. My first name is Lori. And so I like the students to kind of use more of a formal teacher address to me, Mrs. Cisneros or Mrs. C, either way. And I'm going to just tell you a little bit about myself. So I have been a teacher for 22 years. I started a couple of years with a private school, and then I got my credential and my master's degree, and I started working in the traditional public school for 10 years. I taught in Bakersfield at Williams Elementary. And after that, I transferred to a charter school. So I worked at Valley Oaks Charter School in Bakersfield, and now I'm up here in Tehachapi, and I worked at Valley Oaks Charter School up here in Tehachapi for 8 years. So during those 8 years at the charter school, I really got familiar with homeschool families. I worked with them every day and helped them pick the right curriculum, kind of like what Heartland does for you guys. You get to pick your own curriculum and kind of tailor how you teach your students, which I love that about homeschooling. So you students that are in this class are super blessed to be able to be homeschooled, because you're going to be just so much more equipped going into the world for your career, or whatever path you choose, because your parents are able to tailor exactly what you need right where you're at. So it's really an awesome thing to be able to homeschool. I did not homeschool my own children. I have 2 adult children. One of them is 27 and the other one is 25. And they are living on their own. They're both working. And so we're empty nesters here at my house, but we have lots of animals to take care of. So those are our babies now. But anyway, they went through the traditional public school, and I did too. When I grew up, I went through, regular school. And so I understand now that I've worked with these homeschool families. A couple of things have been a challenge for families. I see your hand. Hold on, Kylie, just a second. Okay. Teaching math and teaching writing are the 2 subjects that I've heard over and over again from families with parents teaching that they have a hard time with. And so that's what motivated me to learn this program, get trained in it, become an official instructor for IEW, and to offer this program for you guys, because it's in my heart to help with writing. When I was in school, I struggled with writing. So I wish I had this program. It's laid out so clear. It would have fit my personality and my learning skills as a kid. So that's why I'm doing this for you guys. And now I'm teaching on my own. I'm not at a school anymore. I'm teaching as a vendor now. And so it's a win-win, because I can teach from home for you guys. I can help you with your writing, for your education down the road. You'll be equipped with writing. And so this is a good thing. I live on a farm. Kylie's been to my farm. go ahead and say something, Kylie. I know you were going to say something real quick.
I've been in public school for 3 years.
3 years. Okay, good. Are you in public school now? Oh, okay. Yeah, you're in homeschool now. Otherwise, you'd be in the classroom right now, huh? Yeah, so some of you might have had a little of both, maybe some public school, maybe some private, and some homeschooling. Anyway, yeah, kind of a little bit of everything. I live on a farm. I have a horse, a pony, a cow, several goats, and some chickens, and 3 dogs. So it's busy here. In between me teaching, that's where I'm at, is on the farm. I also have a garden and a pumpkin patch, which I'm so excited about. Anyway, we've got a lot going on here at our place in Tehachapi. So that's a little bit about me. Anybody have any questions about me? You have any questions for me about any of that? Ian, I see your hand there.
Hold on just a second.
Okay.
I've been in public school until 6th grade.
Okay.
It's my first year of homeschool.
This is your first year of homeschool. Good. Okay. So this is a big adjustment for you. How about the rest of you? Has anybody, any of the students here, have you ever done a Zoom class before? If you have, give me a thumbs up. If not, give me a thumbs down. If you've done a Zoom class, okay, good. Well, I know Kylie. Yes. So, oh, good. And here comes my other student. I'm going to let him in. So, I forgot to mention that in your Zoom, it looks like everybody has their name on their Zoom feed or their video feed right there, which is good. So when you come to class, make sure your name is on there. But Zoom is kind of cool. You know, it has good things and bad things about it. The good thing is we're at home, so you don't have to rush to get in the car to drive to the class and, you know, brush your hair and make sure you get everything all set. You can just log in, right? At least you look good to me from here up. So that's all that really matters, right? And anyway, it's hard though on Zoom because it's not, I can't be in person with you and see what you're doing on your table as far as your notes or your writing, but we'll make it work. Zoom is the next best thing. So anyway, okay, I'm kind of rambling now. Hi, Winter. I'm glad you're here. Is your mom or your dad with you too?
My mom.
Okay, good. And it's okay to be off camera. I just want to make sure she can hear me. So this is a parent and student type orientation. So I recorded it. I just got finished telling a little bit about me. So if you guys want to watch that later, you can. Okay. Here is a slide that tells you the overview of my class. So this is how I'm going to run my class. There are 30 weeks of lessons in the grammar book. There are 24 weeks of lessons in the writing binder, and then 34 weeks of actual class. So we have plenty of time to finish the grammar book, and then the writing binder, some of the lessons are going to be easier and we'll be able to get through those quickly. Some of the lessons are harder, and that's where I'm going to slow it down a little bit. So we have some wiggle room to be able to work through the binder. It's in my heart to really pay attention to where the students are in this process. I do not want to push through to the next skill if the students are still struggling with grasping the concept of the skill that I taught. So basically all that to say, I pay attention to where the students are, and we'll speed up and slow down and kind of, you know, work our way through the binder depending on where they are with it. So, and sometimes we don't finish the binder, and that's okay. We'll get as far as we can. I'd rather them understand and not finish the binder than to push through too fast. So that's my theory on that. The first 20 minutes of class, we talk about grammar in the grammar book. And then the next 40 minutes, we focus on writing. So the whole hour is full. Like I start right on time and I'm teaching all the way to the end of that hour. So it's a busy hour. That's why it's really important to come on time. I will be reviewing the homework from the week before, and then I will teach a new skill depending on where the students are. We're ready for that. And then I also assign new homework for the following week. Every week there will be homework for the class. And even this week, it's going to be short, but we are going to start with homework this week. Student responsibilities. So the responsibilities for you as students is to be on time and to be prepared with all your supplies. I'm going to go over all the supplies in a little bit. Participate in class. So I do want you to be able to talk to me, talk to each other at the appropriate time, and to work together. So this is an interactive class. You're not just going to sit there and listen to me teach and then that's it. It's going to be a back and forth. So I do want you to participate. I want you to have fun. I mean, that's my goal because, you know, I'm the type of person that I got to have some kind of fun with everything that I do, even if it's something like cleaning the toilet, and nobody likes cleaning the toilet, right? But if I'm listening to music and it's a really good song, I can actually have fun cleaning the toilet. So there's ways to actually have fun doing things that you really don't like to do. And we're not going to listen to music in my class, but I'm going to try to make it fun for you as best I can so that we can enjoy this learning process together. All right. Participate in class. So then completing your homework, turning in your homework on time. Now, for you guys, your homework is due the night before class by 5 o'clock. So Wednesdays by 5 p.m., that's when your homework is due. Okay. When you see the assignment on Google Classroom, it will say something like homework due week of September 11th, which is next week. September 11th is Monday. It's the first day. So when I say the week of, I mean whatever class time you have is due the night before. So in my Google Classroom, I have other classes that are in there on different days. So for you guys, just know your homework is due by 5 o'clock the night before class. And then show your best effort. I told the other class this morning, I do not expect perfection. Kylie knows that. I don't expect it to be a perfect assignment that you completed, a perfect homework. I know that you're in this class to learn, and that we have to be open and to know that you will make mistakes, and that's okay. I just want to see your best effort. So it might look different than another student's best effort, but I just want you to give me your best. Okay. And we'll talk about that as we go. And then you're going to ask for help when you need it. Ask your parents for help, whoever's doing your homeschooling. Ask me for help. If somebody else is at your house, like your grandma or another adult that you know could help you, ask for help when you need it. Okay. Then the parents, you have a responsibility in my class too. Make sure your child is on time. It's a given. Complete homework and turn in homework on time. I want the students to read to you as parents what they're working on for a couple of reasons. One, so you know what they're doing. Two, so that when your student is reading, they pick up little errors or mistakes that they might have made. Like sometimes, and I do it too, sometimes if I write something out, I'll forget a silly word like the or of, something I know. But when I'm writing, sometimes my brain is thinking faster than I'm writing or typing, and I forget those little words. But your brain is so amazing. It'll put that word in there, even if it's not there, if you're reading it inside your head. But when you read it out loud, I'm talking to the students, you'll catch those little mistakes. So make sure you're reading to your parents your work so you can make sure it's correct and that your parents can hear what you're working on too. Your job as a parent is to correct some errors. I underlined some because sometimes students have a lot of errors, like spelling. And I struggle with spelling. Kylie knows this. Sometimes I have to ask Siri how to spell something because I forget. I was able to get all the way through college. I got my master's degree and my credential, and I struggle with spelling. So if you struggle with spelling, you're still going to make it through. Okay. And I'm not ashamed to admit it because I think it helps students to know what my writing teacher struggles with spelling. Yes, I do. So don't worry if you struggle with spelling, we'll get through this. And then as a parent, if you fix all the little errors, if you make them erase this and fix that and make sure this is capital, make sure that's a period, make sure, oh, you forgot this, and make sure you fix that word, it's just going to be like so stressful for both you and your child and probably for the whole house. So I want to encourage you to pick and choose a few things to correct as you're working with them at home. But if there's several errors, don't fix all of them at once. It'll be too overwhelming. So I expect if there's mistakes, that's okay. I expect that. So I just want you to make sure that's really clear to you guys as we go through this. I focus on sentence structure and style, and paragraph structure and style, and multi-paragraph structure and style. So I'm focusing on, are they conveying a clear message in their writing? And are they using parts of speech to make their writing have more style? And so that's what I'm focusing on in this class. I don't have time to focus on spelling and little punctuation things. Sometimes I'll point those out, but if your child struggles with that, help some. Hopefully that made sense. Eventually it'll come to them. There's time still to work on spelling. And if you need advice on a spelling curriculum that you want to do on the side, I can help you with that. Otherwise, if you have one that you're working on, keep going with it. Anyway, checking binder weekly. So in our binder, I do have students move things around in the binder during class. I have a document camera and I share my screen so they can see exactly what I'm doing. And I will have them take out papers, work on them, put them back in a new spot in the binder. So the binder, I'm teaching them how to be organized in the binder. But as a parent, please check their binders and make sure, because this is what happens on Zoom. I'll say, okay, students, get out pages, whatever to whatever. And I see papers going like this. You know, I see that in the Zoom, and it's really hard for me because I'm like, okay, put them together, put them back in the binder, close the rings. You know, I'm trying to make sure the binder stays intact because really, and I see you laughing, Ian, because I've had multiple students forget to close the rings and then they drop their binder and there's 200 pages in this binder. So you can imagine what happens. So parents, please watch that binder, make sure it stays intact, make sure they're putting things back in there every time, every day at the end of class. I tell them, put everything back in and close it up so it's together. Yep, Kylie knows. She's like, yep, do that every time, huh, Kylie? Because you know, if you forget to put something back, it's long gone and nobody knows where it's at. So try to keep your binder neat and tidy and together, and the parents just check in on that from time to time. Parents also making payments and requesting the certificate if you're a Heartland or Gorman student, and then communicating with me. Super important. I am available for you to communicate with. I want to know if there's too much homework. I need to know that. If your child is spending hours and hours and hours, I don't want that. I need to know if it's too easy or too hard or too much or not enough or whatever is going on, like struggling with specific things. Please communicate with me all of that, because this class is really geared to tailor right to your child's needs. Okay, I just gave you a bunch of information. I'm going to pause here for a second. Anyone have, student or parent, anyone have any questions for me or anything you want to say right now? You can just unmute and say it, or raise your hand so I can see you. If you don't have any questions, you can shake your head no. I always tell my students that. That way I know you heard me. No questions. Okay. Okay, Ian, I see your hand there.
Is it gonna be like this every time where it's like, is it gonna be like where the parent sits next to you like every time?
Nope, that's a great question, Ian. It's just today because it's kind of like an introduction to my class. And so I want them to know me. I want them to hear me and feel comfortable with me, and then also know what's expected in the class. So next week on the same day, on Thursday, at the same time at 9:45, it's just going to be students working with me and we're going to get into the lessons. But I do want to say this, parents and whoever's near that's part of the learning process here, please feel free to listen in. You can either sit with your child or outside of the camera. This is a very open, like there's nothing I'm going to do without you. So if you want to tune in and listen in the room, if you're working on something or whatever, please feel free to do that. But you don't have to sit with your kid. Like that's just today for orientation. Does that answer your question, Ian?
Yeah.
Okay, Winter.
Okay.
I like that you guys are using your emojis. That's good. Did you have a question for me?
We have not received the curriculum from Portland.
Okay. Thank you for letting me know that. It's okay. You have one more week. So next Thursday, we're going to start in the curriculum. But let me know, Winter, if you don't have it in time for the next class, and I will email you what you need as far as, you can print it and you can still do the lesson with us. That's a great question.
Thank you.
So eventually it'll come and you'll be okay, but just let me know if you need me to send you stuff. Okay, good. Any other questions? Kylie's like, no. Okay, I'm gonna keep going here. Here is the list of supplies that you will need. Obviously the binder in the book, and some of you are waiting for yours. That's okay. But you do need to have that for my class. So make sure you order those and let me know. Like I said to Winter, if you need me to send you the lessons ahead of time until it comes, I can do that. You need college ruled loose binder paper. That's the lined paper like this. When I say loose, it's not in a notebook. It's loose like this. Okay. That's because I am going to have you keep this paper. We're going to use it in class and you're going to put it in your binder in different places. So that's why I don't want it to be a notebook. I want it to be where you can use one piece and then put it in the binder. Kylie, you have a question?
What's this?
Oh, yeah, those, if you bought the big packet, it sounds like you did. Those are videos of the person who actually created the curriculum. You can watch those videos and then do it on your own if you wanted to do it that way. That makes sense? Yeah. So the nice part about coming to my class is we can interact. If you're just watching the video, you're just kind of watching, So good question though. Those do come in handy if you need to see the lesson from him. So, okay. So the packages are small. We only need about 2 packages for the year. So we're not going to go through too many pages of the lined paper. I do want to say really quick here though. Some students, I'm going to ask the students here. If you are typing, give me a thumbs up if you know how to type or you're learning how to type. Give me a thumbs up. Okay, I see a couple of those. Good. Okay, good. Kylie's like, not yet. That's okay, Kylie.
I don't know how to type.
That's okay.
You're like this. I'm like this.
Eventually it's a good skill to learn, okay? And maybe you can talk to your mom or your dad about that because there's programs online and they're like games. It's kind of fun, but you actually use your fingers to learn the keyboard. And I'm telling you, and you guys are all, getting higher in your grades as far as grade level. So once you get to high school, it's going to be so nice knowing how to type because you'll need to, it's faster and you can fix things easier when you type it. So I encourage you to type. You don't have to in my class. But if you're a student that still likes to handwrite everything, that's okay. There's a way to turn it in still with a picture or scanning it. It's going to take us a little bit to get used to Google Classroom, but I'm not worried about that. You'll eventually get it. Good, Winter. I see that you put, I know how to type. Good.
I know how to type, but I'm not good at it.
That's okay. And do you like it though? Do you like typing?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's up to you if you want to start by typing, but there is some things that we can't type, like the outline that we work on in class. And you're going to learn what a keyword outline is. Kylie knows. But sometimes we use symbols, and you can't do a symbol really on the computer. I mean, you can, but it would take you a long time to find the symbol you want. So there is some stuff that we're going to handwrite, but then when it comes to doing the paragraphs, you'll be typing if you like that.
Like that weird paragraph sign.
Yeah. Like that weird
The one with the
paragraph sign.
P and then like the line that goes down.
Yeah. Yeah, like that. Exactly. Okay, so you need pencils. Mechanical is fine, or regular, whatever you guys prefer. But you do
Pen.
have pens too. Yeah, I see that, Kylie, because we
This
would.
one's erasable.
Oh, that's
I
cool.
have the erasable pens too.
You do need pens, at least 4. So you can get a blue or black. It doesn't matter to me. And then a package of highlighters. You need 4 different colors of highlighters. We use those later. So these are things you're just going to need for the year. And then regular size Post-it notes. Those are the square ones like this. The little Post-its. We use those to mark things in the book so that the students know where to go back in the grammar book to find things they need for their writing. So it comes in handy to mark those pages. And then I like to have a pencil box or bag to keep all of these little things in, your highlighters, your Post-its, your pens, your pencils, to keep it all together so that when you come to class, you have your space at your desk or your table or wherever you're working, and everything's right there. So that's the goal, okay, to keep you organized like that. And then when we're done with class, you put everything right back, and then you know where to find it. Any questions about the supplies? Okay. We're going to wait on organizing the binder since some of you don't have it yet, but we're going to work through that. I'll start that next week. So don't worry about organize your binder. Just leave it exactly how it is when it comes in. Good, Kylie. And then we'll go through it together in class next week. Now, here is a list of holidays. Go ahead, Kylie. Did you have a question?
I'm doing a writing class at my school.
Oh, double
Yeah.
writing.
Yeah, I'm learning about Greek and Latin words right now. The
Oh,
teacher's
good.
manual, it actually means handbook.
Yes,
Because
very good.
man or manu means hand.
Nice. Thank you for sharing that. That's pretty cool. Winter, did you have something you wanted to say?
I only have 3 highlighters, and also, why does October have no holiday? That's Halloween.
Oh, Halloween. Yeah, Halloween is a holiday, but it's not observed by the school, meaning that nobody takes that day off. So these holidays are follow the traditional school holidays. So the main ones are Thanksgiving, Christmas, and Easter. And I just wanted you to have the list of dates so that you know when we won't have class. I'll still remind you as we go, but some of these, like uh, Labor Day, had, but like Lincoln's birthday and President's Day and Martin Luther King, those typically are on a Monday, so it won't affect your class. We'll still have class on Thursdays. But the days that we won't have class are during these big breaks, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and Easter. So I just wanted you to know what those dates are, and you can put them in your phone or have your parents put it in their phones so they know. Kylie.
I know that I'm going to be at Camp Keep on October for a week for Halloween.
I remember you told me you were going to do that. So that's a good thing to bring up because that's the beauty of homeschooling. You guys can take vacation whenever you want. You don't have to follow the school schedule. So, in light of that, if you plan to be gone, let me know. I will record the classes and then you can watch the recording when you get back home, or if you have Wi-Fi wherever you're at on your vacation. If you want to watch the recording, that is up to you, and that is okay. I encourage those vacations. So if the parents are listening right now, just let me know if your child is not going to be in class. I'll record it and I'll send it to you. Kylie.
You probably already know this, but we're gonna go to Washington, the island tomorrow, and be back either on the 16th or 17th.
Okay, good to know. So have your mom message me if you're not going to be in class next week, and then I'll send you the recording, okay?
Okay.
Okay, Ian, I see your hand.
I think we're gonna go to Legoland on Monday.
Oh, how fun. I love Legoland.
I've never been there before.
Oh man, you're gonna love it. The rides are fun, and then there's like a place where you can play with any size Lego or type of Lego you could possibly imagine and build stuff. It'll be fun. That's good. Have a good time.
You get to like trade the minifigures with like the employees.
Oh, I didn't even know that. That's kind of you bringing stuff to trade.
Yeah.
Cool. That's going to be good. All right. I'm going to keep going. This is the rules and procedures. I went through some of these already, but being on Zoom on time, leave your camera on during class. So I do expect you to have your camera on so I can see your face, and come prepared with all supplies that we went over. Raise your hand for questions or comments. You guys are already practicing that. You're doing great. And then stay muted if there's a lot of background noise. So right now, some of you are muted. If it's quiet where you are during class, I do prefer it to be unmuted, because it's easier to have conversations and stuff if you don't have to find your button and unmute and all that. So, but if it's noisy at your house, keep yourself muted. That's fine. I mean, we're all at home, so sometimes there's stuff at home that's loud. This is for in-person classes, so I'm going to skip that slide. And now we're going to move into logging in on Google Classroom. I'm going to walk you through the steps of how to log into Google Classroom. If you are on the device right now that you're going to use for class, you can minimize the Zoom call, and you're probably going to need a parent at this point to help you do that. And then walk through the steps on how to log into Google Classroom. If you can't do it right now, I'm recording this and I'll share it with you. You can do it later. Go to this spot on the recording and pause. Go through the steps later. That's fine. Kylie, did you have another question?
I'm not sure if you hear it, but there's a rooster crowing. That's one of our chickens.
I don't hear it. So yeah,
okay.
I don't
It
hear
sounds like
it.
a duck. It sounds like a duck that's literally crowing.
We used to have a rooster. We used to have a rooster, but we live in the city, so we had to like
I had neighbors who killed their roosters for meat because it kept crowing at like 6 in the morning. Ours crow at 4 in the morning.
roosters are stringy.
Okay.
Normally make them into soup.
Let's pause on that conversation. I have roosters too. I know exactly what you're talking about, but let's move on. So go ahead and open a new tab if you can on your computer or whatever device you're planning to use for class, okay? And if you're not sure how to minimize the Zoom call, you can click escape on your keyboard and it'll minimize it for you. Then you can access your internet. Okay, so I see some parents coming in to help with this. That's good. So get to a Google page. And then over here with this little icon in the right corner, not the small one up here, but the bigger one in the window, you'll click on that. And that will open up your Gmail accounts. Now you do need to have a Gmail account. Some of you are with Heartland, and I know with one of my students, Tyler earlier, was having a hard time logging in under that email. So it's best to have your own Gmail account. If you don't have one, but your mom or your dad has one and they're okay you using that account just to log in, you can do that. You can log in with your parents' account to get to Google Classroom. So drop that down. You have choices here and pick the account that you want to log in with Google. I'm going to log in as Bob Smith. It's just a pretend person that I made up so you can see how to walk through the steps. Okay, and I know this is tricky on Zoom, so feel free to ask questions or slow me down if you need to ask me something, okay? So are you guys good? You see your icon right here? Mine changed to a red B. That's because I'm now logged in as Bob. So that's how you change to the right Google account.
I have a question.
Yes. Go ahead.
I'm normally I have like a Microsoft, so it like goes like straight to Bing.
Okay. So you do need to type in google.com then, because you need to go to Google, not Bing.
Okay.
Got it?
I'm at Google.
Good. And are you logged in here? Do you see your little icon with your Gmail?
Yeah.
Good. Okay, so next to it, there's this little thing that we call waffle. It's basically 9 little dots right here next to that icon. You want to click on that, and then you'll see a whole list of apps. These are all apps with Google. Google is in charge of YouTube and all that now. So if you scroll down in the app window right here, eventually you'll see Classroom. And that's what you want to click on. Give me a thumbs up if you're with me on this. Go ahead and click Classroom. Okay, good, yay. Lauren, are you able to find that okay? Or are you still working on that?
I'm trying to log in right now, but I'm almost there. Don't worry. You can keep
Okay. All right, so when you get to Classroom, you're going to see this here. It'll say create class or join class, and you're going to join a class. The other way to do it is to click the plus button here. But if you see this in the middle, you can click join class. And then you should see this, which is a space for you to put in the class code. Is that what you guys see right now? Good. Yay. Okay. Some of you got it. Like I said, I'm recording this. So if you're having trouble, you can play this back later and pause it and do it on your own time. I don't want you to feel pressured in doing it right this minute. So it's asking for your class code, and here is the code. It's 4-6, and then the rest of the letters are all lowercase. That's an A and Q, J, P, E. So that's the code you'll enter in for your class. I'll give you guys a second to work on that.
I'm writing it down.
That's fine. And if you need to take a screenshot with your phone of the code, that's okay too. If you need to
I
have
wrote
that.
it down. So it's 468QJPE.
Yeah, that's it. All lowercase.
I'm writing it down too.
Okay, good. Yeah, that's a good idea. So if you need to do this later, you can. How's it going, Natalia? Did you get it? Good. Jason, how's yours coming?
Yeah, I'm in.
You're in. Okay, good. It sounds like Kylie and Ian, you guys are going to do it later, and that's fine. Lauren, are you okay if I X out of this code, or do you still need it? You're good. Okay, awesome. So when you get in fact, I'm going to do this just so you can see what it looks like. I'm going to copy that. Put it in. I'm going to log in as Bob. And on the upper right-hand corner, you'll see a button that says join. So go ahead and click that once you get the code in there, and then you'll be in the class. And I'll walk you through what it looks like here. So this is called Stream. It's the front page of the Google Classroom, and you'll see these little tabs here. You see Stream, Classwork, and People. It always opens up Stream first. This is like the dashboard. It'll show you any announcements that I have. And the homework you can access it this way. There's a couple of ways to access the homework, but you'll see here on the page, here's the recording from orientation on 9/5. That was Monday's orientation. I will post today's orientation on here too. So like I said earlier, I have other classes that use the same Google Classroom. Ian, I see your hand there.
Does my parent have to be on the Google Classroom?
No, they don't have to be, but they can be if they want to. So it's more about you being able to log in and finding your homework there. But I do want your parent to know how to get in there too. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But it's really going to be mostly for the students. But obviously, if parents, you're welcome to come in here and see what I'm putting in here. And then you'll basically what happens is when I post a homework assignment, it goes to the email, whatever email you sign up with, the Gmail account. So you'll see a notification in your email that says, Lori Cisneros has posted a new assignment or something like that. So it connects. Yeah, it connects you. Right here, I have a little message. It just says, welcome to Google Classroom. This is where I will post announcements and important information. Please do not post on the stream. You may message me directly through the classwork tab. Looking forward to a great year of writing with you, Mrs. C. So don't worry, parents, if you're not connected to the Google Classroom, because I will use another app called Remind app to give you information there too. So I make sure we use multiple modes of communicating just to make sure everybody's on the same page. Did you have a new question, Ian?
Oh, no, sorry, I just forgot to say that.
That's okay. The next tab here is classwork. And you'll see it says homework due week of 9/11/23. So like I said earlier, this is for you, and your due date will be the Wednesday before that week. I mean, in that week. So let's see what that is. Let's see what date that is, just so you understand what I mean. So your next class date is September 14th, but your homework will be due on the 13th by 5 p.m. Does that make sense? So the night before class by 5 p.m. is when your homework is due. This is going to be easy peasy cheesy homework assignment. No grammar yet. You're only going to write one paragraph. And it does say to use Google Docs, but if you prefer handwriting, you can do that. And there's a different way to upload it. And I'm going to send you a video on how to do that. But you're going to write about how to make your favorite ice cream sundae. So if you don't like ice cream, you can just pretend, okay? But how to make the sundae. So you're going to do 3 to 5 sentences. That's it. Easy peasy cheesy. And I just want to see how you write it all by yourself. I want you to try to do the whole thing by yourself so I can see where you're at with your writing skills. Things like, first, you go to the freezer and pick out your favorite ice cream. My favorite ice cream is mint chocolate chip. Start with 2 scoops of mint chocolate chip and put it in a bowl. Next, heat up some hot fudge in the microwave and pour it on top. Then put whipped cream and sprinkles and a cherry to top it off. Lastly, sit down in front of your favorite movie and enjoy your ice cream. Something like that. Okay, I'm just kind of making up stuff right now, but you get the idea. Just tell me how to make your ice cream sundae. Okay, Jason.
Yeah, so at the right of the assignment, it says no due date, even though the assignment name is homework week of 9/11.
Good observation. I can't put a due date on it because this is for different classes throughout the week. So if I put a due date like Tuesday for my Monday classes, for my Wednesday classes, if I put a due date on Tuesday, then it'll be late for you. So I left that blank. And that's why I titled the homework the week that it's due. Does that make sense? So I just want each class to know yours is due the night before class, whatever day your class is on. Does that make sense, Jason?
Yeah, sorry. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Good question, though. That was a little weird to see that there. There's a spot here, view instructions. It'll open it up in a different window. So go ahead and click that if you're in there right now, view instructions. This is how, and I'm going to send you another video on how to do this because this would be a lot to talk about right now. But basically, this is how you will turn in your homework. Add or create means it'll open up a Google Doc for you. Give me a thumbs up if you guys have ever used Google Doc before. You guys ever used Google Doc? Okay, good. Jason has. Ian, some of you have not. That's okay. I will walk you through that. If, like I said, if you'd rather write it out with a pen or a pencil, you can do that still. You don't have to type it. But if you like typing and you want to practice typing, I recommend that because it's good to learn that. Anyway, I'm gonna save this I just don't want to overwhelm you guys. So I'm gonna send you a video later and you can learn how to upload the homework. Okay, I'm gonna stop that share now and I'm going to go back to my PowerPoint because there's an app that's called Remind. And this app is super useful for me because I can send out a big message to everybody all at once. Like power's out at my house, or the internet crashed, or I'm not feeling good today. I'm not going to be able to do class, or some kind of message I need to get out quickly to everybody. But the cool thing about this app is you can respond to me and it's only me that gets your message. So it's not like a group text where it's going off ding, 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 ding all day long, right? Okay. So, and you can use it as a private message to me too. So when you go to your phone, like you're going to text somebody, open up the text like you're going to send a message. And this 81010 goes where the phone number goes. It goes in that right next to where it says 2, and there's a spot for a phone number. Just put 81010. And then in the text, body of the text, like the message part, you're going to put the @ symbol Cisneros W. And then that will join you to my group. So go ahead and do that if you have your cell phone with you. This is for parents mostly, but students, if you want to join, you can. It's okay. This is just going to be a place where I put, don't forget to request your certificate for October, or this week in class, make sure your child brings this, or I'm going to have to cancel class today because my internet is down, or whatever, stuff like that I can communicate with you. You guys have any questions about that? I'm just going to see if you're coming in here. Good. I got Jason. Good job, Jason. I got Jessica Weaver, Ian's mom.
I'm probably going to join too in a minute.
If you don't have time right now to do it, or you're struggling with it, just take a picture. I saw somebody doing that a second ago. Take a picture of this and you can do it later if you want. There's also another way where I can invite you from my end. So we'll get you in here. I'll make sure everybody gets in it. Okay. You guys have any questions right now? I see that. Go ahead, Jason.
So after the texting part, I have to go to the app. Do you want us to sign in using our school email or our personal?
That's up to you. It doesn't really matter on my end. That just is telling you it's another layer of communication. It gives you an email that says you received a message from Lori Cisneros. So whatever email you want to use with that is up to you.
Okay, thank you.
Question. You're welcome. If you're a student logging into this, it will ask you for your birth date. And the reason is because they don't want anyone under 13 to join this app. It's just a security measure for this app. But you don't have to, I'm talking to parents here. If you want your child to be connected to this app, you'll have to make up a birthday. Just, you can make it up. It's just one of those things they have as a security measure. But obviously they're only connected to me. It doesn't go anywhere else besides me. Does that make sense to you guys? Okay, good. All right. It looks like everybody's done with that. I'm gonna go on. Let's see what time we got. Just a couple of minutes. I did have this game planned for you, the scavenger hunt. We only have 4 minutes though, so we'll see if we can do a little bit of it. Have you ever done a scavenger hunt on Zoom before? Okay, so how it goes, you have 1 minute. I'm going to set my timer for 1 minute and I'm going to tell you an object that you have to go find in your house and then bring it back to the camera and hold it up in front of the camera. And the first person to do it gets 2 points. And if you make it back within the minute, you get 1 point. If you don't make it back within the minute, you get 0 points. Okay. So I see Jason probably heard his brother doing it earlier. I see you're ready. You're like, I'm going to give you different objects because I know a couple of you might have heard my other class. So I'm going to make it a little harder for this class. All right. The first item that I want you to go and find and bring back to the camera is a $1 bill. Go find a $1 bill. I told you it's going to be harder, and come back and show the camera in 1 minute. Ready, go. Oh, that was quick, Winter. You got it. You got 2 points.
Just scavenger.
Good, Ian. I see yours. $1 bill. $1 bill. Good. Kylie, I see yours. Jason, I see yours. Natalia's still working.
What does second place get?
Second place gets 1 point. First place gets 2 points. We're waiting on Natalia. Come on, Natalia, hurry. You got 25 seconds left. Yay, she made it. Okay, cool. Cancel that. Awesome. The next item. Are you guys ready? I want you to go and get a spatula. Go get a spatula and bring it back to the Zoom call. I love how everybody just disappears so fast. A spatula. There they go. There they go. No parkouring off the furniture in there. Oh, you guys tied. Okay, Ian, Natalia, and Kylie. All 3 of you guys tied for first place. Kylie and Natalia and Ian. Okay, Winter's still looking. I see Jason's. Good job, Jason.
Like $1.
Hurry, Winter, a spatula. See if you can make it back. Hurry, hurry. You got 22 seconds, Winter. Uh-oh, 16, 15. Did you find it?
What happened to our spatulas? But the only thing I can think of is this.
Oh, I would call that a spatula. I think that's a good one. Okay, I'll give that to you. Phew, that was close. All right. Let's see. Oh, I want to make this one hard. I'm going to make this one really hard. Are you ready? 1 minute, okay? And it doesn't matter what size. It can be any size. Go find a Band-Aid. If you have a Band-Aid, go find a Band-Aid. Bring it back. A Band-Aid. Oh my goodness, that was fast, Ian. You got 2 points. Good, Kylie. Ian and Kylie got it. Natalia, did you find one?
No, we don't have Band-Aids.
Ah, darn. Good. Okay, Jason, I see yours. Let's see if Winter has one.
I threw like the entire box of Band-Aids out.
Oh no, you're gonna have to go back and clean that up.
Yeah. I was like, get some.
Good job, you guys. That was really good. Okay. I think Winter, did you find one? Oh, you said you didn't have one. Oh, you did find one. Okay, gotcha. All right. So let's go over the, let me see here. Let's go over the score. Ian, you got 5 points. Good job, Ian. You are the winner. And Winter got 4 points. Jason, 3, Kylie, 3, and Natalia, 3. Good job, you guys. All right, make sure you clean up those Band-Aids so you don't get in trouble there.
Yeah.
All right, you guys. Well, that's it for today. Really good job and nice to talk to you guys. And I'm excited to start our class next Thursday, same time, same link. I'm going to be emailing your parents a bunch of stuff, so watch for that. And have a great day. I'll see you guys next time.